Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Elias and welcome back to Project Ozone 2. In the last episode, we created the dire crafting table and started working on getting our first recipe, the Philosopher stone. So we're getting close to actually making this. We need some spirit binder, which I went ahead and killed another guy guardian between episodes. No big deal on that. So we have all of the spirit binders now, and we can start working on a couple of other things. So we're going to get right into this. There's a lot of stuff to do, and I'll be honest, I'm not quite ready to do a lot of it, but I figured I'd bring you guys in. We can get some of this stuff started, and then I can go AFK and wait for stuff to happen. And we'll come back and hopefully finish that today. So that's the plan anyways. So first thing we need the Enchanted Gravitite, Enhanced Gravitite, whichever it's called. So I believe we just do this. Let's turn our magnet on. And we're going to turn most of this. Yeah, let's turn all of it into the enchanted stuff. Now this does have EMC, which is really nice. So we're going to want to keep one of those just in case for later. But we can always get more. I didn't mind everything out of the Aether, just a little bit. So these guys go on the sides. And now we're down to two things. And unfortunately they're the hardest two things out of all of this. So we're going to put this away. So last episode we took our last villager to the mining dimension and we did something. We built a little house for him hoping that he would make more villagers, but I kinda didn't think about this, but he can't do it alone. So we need to give him a friend. And then we should be able to get more villagers. I looked at the wiki page for villagers, and everything seems to be pretty good with that. The house that we built, it should work just fine. Should give us plenty of villagers and whatnot. We just have to give him a friend to actually make more villagers. So I went ahead and got a couple of zombies that are zombie villagers. And we're going to make a de-zombification syringe. Now, empty syringe, pretty easy. If we had a little bit more plastic. So, is that not what's on the top? What is on the top? Oh, rubber bar. Ooh. So we're going to have to take one of these. And we'll just cycle that through. That should be fine. Alright, so now we can make this empty syringe, and then it should be pretty easy to use golden apple to get a de-zombification thing. So what we're going to do is, I guess let's go ahead and build a little bit of a structure. We're doing good on power. Is this going up? Alright, perfect. We'll build a little bit of a structure for him, because we don't want him to burn up in the sun. And this is going to take a moment, but we can put the zombie in here, hit him with the de-zombification, and it'll take a little bit, but he'll turn it into an actual villager. Now, fun fact, you can actually capture these guys in a safari net while they're turning, and then auto-spawn villagers. But we're going to do the vanilla, because why not? And that was a lot quicker than I expected. So let's take our new friend to his village. By the way, I went ahead and converted this all over and finished building this out. Slowly working on making the base look better. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I mean, we'll get there. Here soon we're going to have EMC stuff, and that's going to be a lot of fun and allow us to do a lot of really cool things. So, our villager is still over here. We can put him down, and hey, they're already going to give us more villagers. So that is perfect. Now, did I chunk load this? I did. All right, perfect. We're gonna let them kind of have some alone time, and we'll come back over after a bit and grab a couple of. We're gonna need 6 villagers, maybe 7. Not sure on that. We'll see. But yeah, so that's taken care of. Now, what's the last thing we need? Demon Steel. And Demon Steel is not fun. So I have a little bit of Demon Steel the 4th. We can turn this into the 5th. We're going to turn 1 into the 5th. Now that is a quest. We're also going to want 1 left out. I'll get to that in a moment. So that is a quest in Epsilon. And I'm going to be honest. We're going to struggle a little bit at this point because we need a lot of Temperio. In order to make enough Demon Steel, we're going to need, for 2 tier 6s, we're going to need like, did I double that number? I think it's 6,000-ish. It's a lot. It's a lot of Temperio Essence that we're going to need. So I'm currently growing some Minicio Essence to hopefully help with that. And we're out of Minicio Essence from this guy. So, yeah. It's going to take a little bit of time before we can do that. So, let's do some other things while we're working on everything else. So, we'll put the reward bag aside. And let's get to something else that we can do. So, one of the things that we're going to want to do is let's go ahead and make a Tesseract. This is a quest that we've had available to us for a while. We can get rid of the de-zombification syringe. We can make a Tesseract. This is not that difficult. It just requires a lot of redstone. So do we have any of the energy? I think they're just called capsules. No. So we're going to need 4 of these guys, which is aluminum and lead and hardened glass. So 4 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to need a ton of redstone with them. So it's 40 blocks each. So let's get like 3 stacks and hope that's enough. We'll see. But we should be able to take out all of this iron. And we'll just put that in there. And that should produce, right, I was making a ton of iron and stuff. That should produce a good bit of what we need. We'll find out soon enough if it's enough or not, but yeah, there's a lot of iron in here. We'll get to that. So let's go ahead and clear up our inventory a little bit. I'm gonna put the demon steel here. But yeah, so we might as well make a Tesseract. It's an easy enough quest that we can do. And take all this iron and let's just put in the exact 40. So we had a half a stack more than we needed. But this will allow us to make the Tesseract. And I believe we should still have the one thing left over. Why am I getting such bad frame rate? No idea. Anyways, you put all this stuff away, and we should be able to make the empty Tesseract frame. We just need 4 electrotine ingots, which is easy enough. And there we go. So there is the Tesseract frame, and then we need to fill it with a bucket of ender. So that is going to be 4 ender pearls. Easy enough. So put that in there. And I realize that this is not going to be the best of things. So let's turn that off. And we'll put this in here. Actually, we need to, let's see, that is 10 buckets. You know what? We could probably make a drum. make another drum just for now. We should be able to just put this in here, fill that up, perfect. And this will go pretty quickly. So there is the frame full. I'll just put that there for if we need to use that for something else, we can. And then we should be able to make the Tesseract. So there we go. Easy enough. So that is a quest. Let's take the right one. We'll take middle today just because why not? And when in doubt, we'll take the right one. So the Tesseract itself is EMCable. We will deal with that later. We got a legendary reward bag. That's nice. Okay, so with that taken care of, does that unlock anything? I don't know what unlocks Draconic Evolution. I would like to know. But we'll figure that out soon enough, I'm sure. So next thing, let's do this down here, iota. So we need to make a cyanite reprocessor. Why is a creeper spawning on my base? Where did I not light up? F7. Right there. I missed a spot. Okay, so cyanite reprocessor. So we have been running a reactor to get a bunch of cyanite. Great, right? So we have like 300. It's fine. That's what we want to do. But why do we want that? Well, the cyanite will give us plutonium, which we're going to need later. So we need to make a cyanite reprocessor. It's actually pretty easy. We need to go grab a little bit of cyanite, although it does require demon steel. That's the only thing that's difficult about this recipe. So what we can do is get this set up. Did we ever make a aqueous? No, we didn't. We might want to make one of those. So we should be able to put this here. We need, let's see, we're going to need one more set of casings, which is easy enough. And then we're just going to need a machine frame of any type. So let's just do the basic one. And while that's being made, I actually want to make a second one. We're going to want to make an aqueous accumulator. Which, is that ever a quest? We should have completed it, right? Fluid transposer, glacial extruder. Did it not want us to make one of those? Huh. Alright, well, whatever. Let's just double check real quick. It's not down here or something. Don't see one. Alright, well, fair enough. So what we'll do... we should have one of the machine frames by now. There we go. So, cyanite reprocessor. Now that is a quest, which is pretty easy. How bad is the aqueous accumulator? It's actually pretty easy. Okay. We're going to want one of these so that we can use it with the cyanite reprocessor. So, we're going to need a pneumatic servo. Easy enough. We're going to want some copper gears. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to bother to teach the system how to make those right now. We might later, but you know what? It's not going to hurt. So copper, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a gear. Switch the patterns. Alright, cool. So, yeah, why are we making the aqueous accumulator? Well, basically, we need water for the cyanite reprocessor, as well as power. So let's grab 2 buckets. And, let's see, fluid conduits. Just use pressurized. And that should be everything. So the cyanite reprocessor will reprocess cyanite, which is a waste product, into plutonium, which we need to make a stack of it. So that's fine. Let's go ahead and take the middle. Now, plutonium can be used as fuel for the reactor, but it takes 2 cyanite to make 1 plutonium. So what we're going to do, we're going to set this guy down, and we can have an input on the top for water. Now we're going to put the aqueous accumulator right right there. That'll work. Apologies for the lawnmower outside. They are mowing the lawn outside, obviously. But aqueous accumulator will generate water, and it will do it fairly slowly. In fact, it should always active. It should have very, very little, just kind of naturally from the air, but we can make it basically instant if we grab a little bit of water and put it around the aqueous accumulator. So that's why I made the little kind of enclosure for it. I'll go ahead and light that up, make it nice and bright. So this should give us plenty of water. We have power, and now we just grab a stack of this cyanite, put it in here, and that will just slowly reprocess. So it'll take some time, but we'll get there, and we'll have what we need. So that is another thing taken care of. We'll come back for that later to get all of the stuff we want, but let's get rid of this stuff. And the next thing I want to do, I want to go back and I want to complete some more quests in the EnderIO stuff. So the vibranium we will complete when we get to the dire crafting table. But we're going to want to do these enchanted crystals. So we need 3 more, and this is the hard part. The enticing crystal is what we've been kind of waiting on. We also need to make a weather crystal, which requires a vibrant crystal. That might be something we can do. Alright, so vibrant. Alright, let's look at the weather crystal. So the weather crystal, we're going to need a vibrant crystal, which is going to require a player core. And I think this needs one as well, so let's make 2 of these. 1, 2. Perfect. Alright, so this one, we need a bunch of the dust. We have pyrotheum, so do we have petrotheum dust? Oh my gosh, what's going on? Okay. I'm getting weird lag spikes. It's kind of odd. Alright, so we need... I don't think I've seen a basalt. But luckily there is another way to get that. So we need obsidian dust and a little bit of redstone. So obsidian dust, and it's what, 2 millibuckets of redstone? So I believe that's just 2 pieces. And we can make this easily enough. Now I don't know that we need the weather crystal, but that made 1, is it? Yep, okay. I couldn't remember if it was 100 or 200 each, but that'll make the basalt dust. Now, the basalts are a blaze-like creature that we could actually find in the world. I just don't think we have. They're relatively rare. So this one should be easy enough. We should have plenty of blitz rods. There we go. And there's the erothium dust, and then cryothium should also be easy enough. We have blizz essence, so I mean we should have plenty of that. But that should be the weather crystal. Perfect. So that's taken care of. Now we're going to need an ender crystal, and that's going to be a little bit more of a challenge Now, I have a bunch of soul vials. Let's go see how many villagers we have. If we can get more or what. So, you know, something I want to do. I want to light this area up because I don't want anything ever spawning in here. So it sounds like we have a couple of villagers at least. So there's 1, 2. Have they not? Aw. So we have 2, but I don't think we have any others. That's a bummer. So this is one of the big things that I'm going to have to wait on. Just wait for the villagers to actually do something. And then it'll be fine. So, we can't make the Enticing Crystal yet, but we can go ahead and get the Ender Crystal. Now, one of the problems is getting an Enderman and a soul vial for the Ender Crystal. That's not necessarily the most fun thing to do. However, we just need to go to the end. And in order to do that, we're going to make another end cake. I believe we lost the last one we made, so it's not that big of a deal, but we just need, what, 6 of these. We need some cake. Let's get some buckets for milk. And, ooh, what kind of cow are you? Molten osmium. I think I've lost a couple of them, so let's just get a bunch of milk. Because why not? In fact, I want to make sure that we don't have anything in our fridge. Okay. So let's just put all the milk in there. And now we should be able to make 2 cakes. No problem. 1, 2. And then we should be able to make the end cake, which we don't really care about using all that much because we have an enhanced charm of dislocation. So we do need to make at least 1 EnderIO. And we can go to the end. So if the cake gets broken or whatever, it's kind of whatever. But we can go ahead and add new, end, commit, lock it. Awesome. So now we can very easily not only collect Enderman, but there is a couple of things that are really good to hear, like Municio ore. So we can get plenty of that here as well. We just got to find plenty of it. And we're picking up a lot of random things. It's kind of weird. But we can grab a bunch of Endermen whenever we want. Doesn't really matter. And it's easy enough to go back home. So let's just go ahead, pick up some more Municio, because we need a lot of it. And that's going to be something I'm going to have to sit around and just kind of wait for a while. I did a ritual there or something. It's been a while since we've been in the end. Anyways, we have, what, 3 vials? That should be enough for now. So let's go home. Whoa, weird. And we can make the Ender Crystal. So, at this point, we need to kind of deal with a couple things. So first of all the Municio and all of this stuff can go in here. Let's turn our magnet off. Put that away. We'll grab the other vibrant crystal. So vibrant crystal. Now what do we need to actually make the... let's see, we can get rid of a lot of this stuff now. Enticing Crystal is just an emerald. Okay, that's easy enough. So we'll put this stuff in there. We need 15 levels, so we need to get a couple more levels. Alright, cool. This will be like instant or not. Wow, how much power does this? 10 million? Wow. Alright, well that's probably going to drain our power supply. Not that much. We have 200 million, so not that big of a deal, but dang. And there's the end crystal. So that should be that part of the quest. So we just need to get the enticing crystal. The vibranium, or however you want to say it, requires, we're going to need 12? 16. So there's, yeah, we're going to need 16 villager souls. That is a lot. We can put those away. Put that away. Is this useful for anything? We're going to need a handful of those here soon. Okay, well that's fine. So, with that taken care of, let's fly over here real quick. Grab another stack of Sinai and process the rest of this. Get the stack of plutonium that we need for the quest. And, yeah. So, is there anything else that we can do fairly quickly? Let's see. Let's look at the quest book. What else are we going to need? We need to get the enchanter. That requires 2 enticing crystals as well, which is why we haven't done that. The dark solarium jet plate requires a dark plate, which requires our Zavisio chest plate, so I don't really want to do that. Dimensional transceiver. That looks pretty easy, actually. Alright. So, let's see. We need a vibrant capacitor bank. So it's going to require dark steel. So 2 dark steel. Capacitors, we're going to need 1 of these. I believe it's 2 of these and like half a stack of those. Let's make the dimensional transceiver. So yeah, 2 of these and then 4 of these, so that's 16. We're gonna need iron, 16 of those, redstone times 4, 8, and then some alloy. Make like 60 of that. We'll come back for that in a moment. So most of this is pretty straightforward. So that is wrong. Like that. There we go. So how many of those do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4. We only need 4. This will be relatively quick and painless. So double layers. And we're going to need more dark steel as well. So let's get iron and obsidian. I have plenty of coal over yonder. So we can make the dark steel just right here. Alright, that'll take a little bit of time. Shouldn't be too bad. We need the energetic. That's what it's called. So we can put that away. And honestly, most of this stuff should not be too difficult. The only thing I'm concerned about is... That's not right. It's electrical steel. Okay. How much electrical steel do we have? We have exactly enough. Perfect. We're going to need that conductive, or energetic alloy anyways. I keep wanting to call it conductive. We're going to need that anyways, so that's fine. But 2 capacitor banks. And I realize we're probably not going to get the Philosopher's Stone today. That's okay. So there's that. We're going to need reinforced obsidian, which is going to require a lot of dark steel. Wow. And then this. Okay. So we can make most of the stuff. The reinforced obsidian is the problem. So we're going to need 4 obsidian. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a lot of dark steel. We're going to need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need 16 of those. And 16 blocks of dark steel. That is a lot. So let's just start getting everything together. Is it still crafting? Yes. Alright, the other thing we're going to need is an Enderman head. I don't believe we can use these. No. So we're going to need to get Enderman, the Ender resonator, so 2 solarium, 2 silicon, let's see, silicon, vibrant alloy, and then the Enderman head. Let's go ahead and make the capacitor bank, and then we just need to kind of focus on getting a lot of dark steel. So we'll put that away, and this is made in the QED thing, so we're gonna need another capacitor. We have a good bit of those now, so that's fine. And the dark steel, we're going to need, just get 20 blocks of that. That's going to take a while. Alright, so this goes here, that goes there. We'll come back for the rest of the stuff later. Let's go ahead and sleep. We can't. Let's go to the end. So we can shift scroll to change where we're going, which is kind of cool. And then we should be able to just go around here. Let's turn on our magnet. And there is an Enderman head. Let's get a couple more. And hope for the best. Alright, this is a little bit harder than I thought. Do we have any modifiers left on this? We have 1. We could add another level of beheading. That could be good. Okay, well, 2 is fine. So let's go home. We can make the Ender resonator that we're going to need. So there's that. Let's turn this off. Tormented heads. Oh, hey, we completed a quest. Somewhat accidentally. Alright, cool. So, let's see. Oh, it's the... Wait, we haven't completed it yet. That must have been just an update. But that's the next quest. So, put that stuff away. And this stuff is just going to be terrible. Let's go ahead and store all those levels. So there's another block. We're gonna need some fused quartz. That's easy enough. So let's tell it to make... Actually, we just should get some quartz ourselves. Let's get a stack. We'll do that real quick. So let's see, what else can we do while we're kind of waiting on this? The weather obelisk, requires that weather crystal and a basic capacitor. That's pretty easy. We'll knock that out later. But we can go ahead and put this in place. And it's literally just waiting for dark steel. So we might work on some of the other quests. But let's go ahead and open some of these bags. So we have 2 greater. We have ender chest and ender tank. That's actually really nice. Those are a pain to make. We have the fuse quartz, by the way. So that's nice as well. So we can make another one of these guys. So there's one. Huh, wow. This might take a little bit. So put these away. Put the dark steel there. So we have another greater, which gives us a zombie generator. It's kind of whatever. And a legendary mana lenses. Alright, well, that's boring. Alright, so that is done. Let's go ahead and do that. We should be able to put those 2 and that, so just 3 more blocks there. Alright, so I guess let's go ahead and make the weather obelisk and get that taken care of. So for that, we're just going to need a basic capacitor, so that's the redstone block, capacitors, and conductive iron. And by the way, how much Zavicio do we have? We have 8 whole Zavicio up there, and 18. So we're gonna slowly get there. The demon steel is a pain. So I guess we're gonna have to do this for a second. Let's get this set up. Make the basic capacitor. And then we can get everything else put back in here. Perfect. So we just need to get a bunch more dark steel. But there is the weather obelisk. Don't really care too much about that. But middle reward bag. It is an epic. Ooh, this could be good. It's not. Lily pads of fertility. That's boring. So... Oh, wow. We're still going to need quite a bit of dark steel. So this is making exactly what we need, but it's going to take some time. It still needs to make like over a stack. So anything else? Right, we can go grab the... Let's see, it is iota? Yes. We can go grab the plutonium. And then after that, we could make the turbine stuff. I really don't want to. So that's going to give us a greater reward bag with an ultimate bin. Alright. So we're going to need the plutonium later. That's kind of whatever. But we'll get there. We're probably going to need more plutonium. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and hook up more in there. And... just let this keep running. I don't believe Sinai is super useful otherwise. It is required. Actually, it is super useful. Never mind. It's required for a lot of the turbine stuff. Which, by the way, I'm imagining the controller is probably the hardest part, and it requires 2 demon steel ingots of the 6 plus a reactor controller. So yeah, that's pretty nasty. Alright, let's put that away. And how are the Minicio seeds going? Almost there. Cool. Dark steel, we have 3 blocks. Plus 2 more. So now we can make another piece. So there's another piece of reinforced obsidian. We need just 2 more pieces, and we'll be good to go. So let's take a look at, let's see, Ludicrate. Recipe for that is actually pretty easy. Lutocrate. We could do the Nether Star recipe, but the blaze rod with EnderIO is a lot easier. We need 4 blocks of this. 4. Alright, so let's see. We have to smelt it down. So if we need 4 blocks of that, we're going to need what? We're going to need 8 blocks. So that is 7. Alright, well that's easy enough. Let's go ahead and get that smelting up. And we could also let's grab another stack of iron and obsidian just to try to get this to go a little bit faster. So there is another block. We're getting there. We're so close. Where did it go? There it is. Dark steel. So we just need 4 more blocks. We're almost there. Okay, so this is probably going to take a little bit of time to melt down, which is a bummer. Do we have any more seared bricks? No, of course not. We do have another 100 dimlets. This is on the correct one. Might as well go ahead and use that, do all of that stuff. Alright, so we'll come back to the Lutocrate blocks in a moment. Lutocrate block. There we go. So what else can we do? One of the big things that we're going to have to work towards is getting bedrockium, but that's something I'll kind of worry about later. Combustion engine. That's really cheap, but it's not going to be super useful to us. We'll bust out a lot of these quests later. Not too concerned about them right now. The biggest thing is the demon steel right now. So Tempero essence is kind of important. So there is 1 block. We just need 3 more blocks. There's another block. So there's that. Alright, so we're getting close. We're getting very, very close. And once we have this, we can get dimensional transceiver, which is useful-ish, kind of. The problem with the dimensional transceiver is there is no, like, how do I want to say this? The dimensional transceiver works just fine, but the Tesseract requires no power. The dimensional receiver does. It drains the power out of whatever you're using just slightly, and that's annoying. So yeah, I don't really want to use it if I can help it, but it is a viable way to move things, items, players. That is the one thing that the dimensional transceiver has above anything else, is it can actually move players across dimensions, which is interesting to say the least. But yeah, so by the way, we could probably also use something better in here. Gasoline is actually really good, I believe. That's lubricant. I don't know if we have any gasoline currently, because I believe, yeah, we skipped the actual, like, the actual way to make plastic and just went straight for the LPG because we had a cow. I don't know if we have a cow currently for gasoline. This one I believe is heavy oil. Yeah. So not quite what we want. But yeah, we should be pretty close at this point. There's 8. Dark steel. There we go. So the last reinforced obsidian. This will make us the dimensional transceiver, which is another quest. Reinforced obsidian. Vibrant capacitor, octadic. Oh, it's enlightened fuse quartz. So to make enlightened fuse quartz, I believe, yeah, you put it with a block of glowstone, basically. So that's not too bad. We just need. Don't use glowstone blocks. That is a bad idea. That is wasteful of glowstone. So we'll do this. It should be pretty quick. Yeah, it is. Cool. So the only difference is it's the same exact thing as fuse quartz, other than it does emit light, but we don't care. So that'll make the dimensional transceiver. And there we go. Quest completed. Middle one. And so wireless charger is the next thing, and that doesn't look too terrible. Yeah, no, that's not bad at all. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't think that is a unlock other quests type of thing, but we can put that away, that away. We got a legendary. Alright, so what was it called? Wireless charger. So in order to make this, we're going to need a wireless booster. Please use normal Certus. We need Fluix dust. So please make one of those. And we need Ender Pearl dust. But not... We need Ender Pearl powder. So that should be easy enough to get. And there is the wireless booster. We need electrical steel times 4. That's going to be a little bit of a pain. So I'll get that back into the system here in a second. But yeah, we'll go ahead and let it make that. We're going to need another ender resonator. So vibrant alloy. The Enderman head that we got. Silicon and 2 solarium. So nothing too difficult for this. It's just a matter of getting everything we need. So that is done. So we can go ahead and put those in there. I'll get the rest of them taken care of later. So there's that. Let's grab the electrical steel. Alright, so now what do we need? Octadic capacitor. And then 2 of these wireless modems, which requires an Ender Overseer, so we're going to need 8 of these. And the Ender Overseer is easy enough. It's a really cool block. It's from Britannia. Basically, if you look at it, it activates a redstone signal. So that's kind of cool, but not super useful for anything that we need. It's good for like opening doors and stuff. So these go here. That goes there. Electrical steel. Cool. And we'll get the wireless charger. Pretty easy. And that is completed. So middle reward. We have a legendary and an epic. Awesome. Maybe we can actually get the thing that I've been looking for. There is a sword that we have a chance of getting from reward bags that is incredibly powerful. So let's open legendary first. Maximum speed bow and some arrows. It's an Erebus thing. It's not really that cool. So you can shoot stuff really far, but it's not particularly useful to us. We have better options. I don't even think it's that, like, rare. Oh, you can't make it, though. So, I don't know. And then with our epic, we have a diamond wand. That's boring. Alright, so we'll put that stuff away. So we've completed a good bit of quests today. I would like to try to complete the Ludicrate blocks if we have all 8 EnderIO, which we just got. So we need 4 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Reward bag, which is a legendary again, and we got a VCO chest plate. Okay, that's actually good because we can use that for. I believe we have a couple of VCO chest plates now. So yeah, we have fire protection, weather protection, and poison protection. So what we can do is we can use one of those for the dark plate, and kind of go from there. So, with that taken care of, we're kind of at the point where I have to wait around for a good while to get plenty of the VCO essence as well as the villagers. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to the last millennium, or the mining dimension rather, and just kind of hang out there for a while. Let a bunch of villagers kind of spawn and whatnot. And next time, we're going to get heavy into Project E. So that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!